Sometimes I wonder how easy it is to lose sight of the real message behind some of the most challenging passages in Scripture. Take the story of Sodom, for example. There's a lot of noise these days about what really happened there. Some people say it was all about denying hospitality, that the whole sin of Sodom thing has been misunderstood. That's partly true. Hospitality was violated. But in the Catholic tradition, from the New Testament to the writings of the Church Fathers and the Saints, there's no confusion. The principal evil of Sodom was rooted in disordered desires, specifically homosexual acts. The very word sodomy comes from this story, and listen to how Pope St. Gregory the Great explained it. God's punishment, fire and sulfur, wasn't random. Sulfur stinks and fire burns. He said it was a fitting punishment for those who, quote, burned with perverse desires arising from the flesh. It's not about shame for shame's sake, it's about recognizing evil for what it is and rejecting it so we can live in truth. But Scripture isn't just about pointing out the darkness, it's about calling us to the light. Today's psalm says, "Probe me, Yahweh, examine me, test my heart and my mind in the fire." That's a bold prayer. When was the last time I really honestly invited God to search my heart? Do I live my life by the Lord's truth, or am I clinging to my own comfortable excuses? And here's where it gets real. In today's gospel, the disciples are in a boat caught in a violent storm. Jesus is right there with them, sleeping, and they're terrified. I love this story because it's not just about the disciples 2,000 years ago. It's about me, right now. How often do I feel like I'm stuck in the storm, waves crashing, wind howling, fear creeping in? Sometimes I forget that Jesus is right here. I panic, I try to handle everything myself, but the truth is, He's still in command. The winds and the sea obey Him, and He invites me and you to something more, to walk on the waters of our daily struggles, not by our strength, but by a living, dynamic faith. So today I'm asking myself, am I letting fear paralyze me, or am I letting Christ lead me, even through the storms? Because with Him, even the darkest night has an end. Thanks for listening. Let's walk by faith today.